Hello and welcome to DungeonRole, games and adventure from across the tabletop. Welcome to another episode of our Five Cities Dungeons & Dragons 5e role-playing game. There's lots more coming, and we will get on now to our players. And we will begin with Jim!
Oh, no! Hello, I am Jim. I am playing a character called Cormac Mottle, who is a Himlac/halfling thing in this world. I am a fighter who has recently discovered air magic, so I shall be dancing around doing lots of air magic-y stuff. And I have got severe problems with my height, and I don't like it, and I'm trying to prove myself to the world.
Nice. I am John. I am playing Saint, who's an Elosi Sylph, which is a half-elf in this world. I'm also a paladin Abutar, who is the god of knowledge and unknown places. And I've recently got the ability to tie people up using magic.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Roger. I play Aurelian. I am a cleric of Usion, who is the god of sun and the forge. I have lost armor, and the group have decided that I'm their tank for some reason.
And our healer.
When did you become the tank? I can tank anyway.
The silver machine.
I'm sorry, Paladin. How many times have you hidden behind me?
8.
Multiclassing, multitasking.
I like the no pause. How many times have you done this?
8.
Sam, Nalexi, Human Ranger. Are you alright over there?
Yep.
Still hoping to try and keep us out of trouble, although it's looking like we're going to be getting deeper into it. Definitely.
Yes.
Yep.
No, well, maybe. Sorry.
No, yes, definitely.
Spoilers.
I'm Simon. I play Poot, and my role is to be annoying, specifically to
In life or in the game?
to Princess and Silver Machine.
Is that me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Princess.
I think
Cool.
you,
Oh,
I think
you're
you got
so
cast
princess.
as a princess during the last game because you really wanted to play the class.
You wanted
I
to
did
take a
want to
level
play
of
the class
princess.
Yeah.
So
you
you
so
became
wanted to take a level of Princess.
Well, before we start and we do a recap, I'd just like to say that we've teamed up with our friends at Dreadful Dungeons, and we're actually going to be running a competition for celebrating our 252nd subscriber. And very soon we'll be releasing a video about that, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and don't miss out on this great chance to get a free adventure. Cool. Anyway,
Nice.
on with the game. You all arrive back at the tavern.
Hey.
Ilias is cursing as Radeng wins another hand and slides coins across the table into a big pile in front of her. Ha ha ha! She laughs.
Hers is an evil laugh.
She's laughing in their face. They're drinking,
Shall we?
and there are a
get some
few
drinks?
strikers in one corner, you can see. There are other people drinking around. Most people in this town seem to have Calden blood, one way or another. Most of them.
Let's go drink. And play
So there's
dance.
a lot of people drinking, people playing darts, there's throwing knives in one room, there's a big bar that you can see through into the next room, there's a massive hearth that's heating the place up, and people are having a great time. There's quite a few people here. It's a fairly big town, you know, and this is quite a popular tavern.
Nice.
But you see your guys sitting in the corner playing at cards. Bernard looks like he's not really paying much attention to the game in front of him, and he's sort of looking around the room almost nervously, and he's losing all his money. Rufus is there, but he's not playing cards. You guys get back first, then Cormac, and then Lena and Poot.
Perhaps we should arrange accommodation first.
Okay, we'll go to the bar person, because I wouldn't
Yes.
want to assume their gender. And,
It is a man.
Oh,
We will walk up to the
Hello.
bar.
Hello.
do you have rooms for this evening?
Of course.
We would like how many rooms?
He seems to be elaborately picking something out of his teeth,
Grim.
and a long string of kind of gristle comes out on the end of his finger. Oh,
What are your rooms? Singles, doubles, triples, quads?
How many people do you get per room?
Well, you can hire out a common room, which is cheap, and you can get to sleep in one of the common rooms. We normally stick about 10 to 20 people in those. There's bunks, there's sheets, no frills. You can have a room that's different.
How much is room?
5 silver.
I have that.
Common rooms are silver to bunk down there.
Should we all get a separate room? How many rooms are available? Separate rooms, single rooms.
When he points out the window, you see that big building over there? That's the lodgings.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of rooms in there. There's plenty. I don't know how many.
How many silvers per gold?
How many silvers per gold?
10.
10. So 10 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 90 gold.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it is, he says.
My maths hurts.
Yes, it is.
So much.
Yes, it is, he says, reaching out for your 90 gold.
4.5 gold.
4.5. Why is it 4.5?
Because it was silver.
90 silver.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I will
Okay.
hand him 4.5 gold and say we will have that many rooms for the night.
Right. Thank you very much. I'll fetch you some keys, and you sit yourselves down. There's a mug of ale with every room, so sit yourselves down. I think your friends are over there.
Do you just assume my friendship?
I shall draw from my pack my flute and ask him if he minded me play.
Does a room include breakfast?
Oh, we all here. I thought only me and him were here.
You guys have arrived, then they arrive shortly after you. So
Oh, right, so
it's
it's
almost, yeah.
So does the room
Yeah.
include like breakfast?
Sorry?
Break fast.
No.
Okay.
It's a room.
We would like
How much
breakfast.
is breakfast?
Oh, that's half a silver each.
We will give you half silver each. Oh, I'm not doing the maths.
That's
Nice.
25 gold.
I will hand him the money.
Okay.
Is it 10
Yep.
coppers to a silver?
Yep.
He's still laughing at. Oh.
So what's your god for?
My God's for go
The unknown.
I don't know.
I shall play him a little trill from my flute.
Okay. All right.
Right, let's go
Yeah,
play cards.
I'm not paying you.
That's okay.
Cool.
Let's go play cards.
Go playing cards.
Okay.
You got sleight of hand, right?
Right, so you're all back together in the tavern.
I shall spend an hour or so wandering around, playing my flute,
I will
writing
hand
people's
I will
words.
hand the keys out to everyone. We have board and breakfast.
Thank you kindly.
So are you guys just getting drunk and playing cards? Or are we having a chat?
We're gonna sit down with everyone else, and they're playing cards.
Okay. I just thought I was.
I was going to have the ale singular.
Yeah.
Not,
Yep.
not-
The free one.
yeah.
You see Poot playing a flute on a table. Some
I
people looking up at him like,
Poot's flute.
Yeah,
Who's
he's
just
alright.
playing a flute?
make a perform
You
roll.
should at least let me make a roll.
Natural one.
Natural one.
I don't actually
Farts.
have anything. I don't have anything in performance, so it would just be
So it's just your
charisma.
charisma modifier.
Charisma, which is -1.
Go for
Wow,
it.
you're not very good at playing flutes.
No, actually,
No,
I
he's
get
really not.
+5 for the flute. I'm actually quite good at the flute, but I only rolled a 7, so that +5 makes it 11.
It's
Okay.
possible.
Our hero, our hero.
Yeah, that's all right. I imagine some of them were a bit better than others.
Yeah, you play a bit. You know.
Believe
Right, and you four sit down at the table.
It's not as if I'm walking around with a fucking hat asking for money or anything.
That's true.
Was this
So
one
normally, if you're an entertainer walking around a tavern, people think you want their money. But yeah.
I just say that I've visited the household. I'd like to visit the rest of the Brooklyn ancestors, but the hour is getting late, so I'll leave them after our excursion into the mines.
Well,
Saint and I went to the temples of Abutar and Usion. The Temple of Usion, led by Lady Catherine, went to examine strange events at a ruined temple about a day's ride north of here. I suspect this may be linked with what we are investigating.
she was the missing council member as well.
Do we know if the mines, if the mine system stretches that far?
He said to you there's a vast underground
quite
network
right.
of
Yeah, he did
caves
say
in this area.
Apparently, there's a vast underground.
Also, so when they pointed it out on the map, was it sort of slightly towards Greenrise?
Or just straight north.
No, so it's just above, probably just above the letter O on the map.
Oh, okay.
So not far from.
really close.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
when-
quite probably.
When you meet up with the old Vernia, is it Vernia?
Vala.
Vala. When you meet up with Vala, you might mention to her that the tents where she said the sick were being kept are all empty, and I suspect they have all been disposed of.
What tents?
At the camp we went to go and see how the sick were, the miners. The afflicted.
And the relevance of a tent.
It's where they were.
Oh, you haven't been told. You haven't told them.
I was about to, but
Okay.
they were talking.
I'm going to shut up for a moment.
That seems best. So we are saying that we should go and find this missing council member. If you guys want to go into the mines.
I suspect that
I think we should deal with the problem here first.
I suspect this is
The
linked. It
link.
seems too coincidental.
It's not unusual for. Shall we? Not unusual for. I mean, she's just gone to
For
look.
strange occurrences.
Well, we have 3 concerns. Shirin is missing. We've got 4 concerns. We've got Shirin missing. We've got a councilwoman who's gone north to be linked to could be something to do with these risen. We've got sick people from the mines that have gone missing, and perhaps the mines themselves that are going to cause corrupted and risen.
Our first priority should be the mines themselves.
I don't know how we decide which to do. Why the mines?
Well, there's
I know. I just
us
asked
and
like generally,
small
just like why the mines first? Like I can't see which one
This
is
can't end badly.
Well, if we need to work out if anything is actually down there yet, and if not, is it likely to be?
well how
It's
quickly
going to affect
could
the
we,
most amount of people.
yeah, how quickly could we search these mines? Like, do we know roughly how long
There's
it
a
might take?
vast area around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
takes a long time.
extensive.
We could just block all the entrances to all the mines.
That may somewhat halt production.
Yeah.
I suspect that may not be popular.
He did seem to know more than he was letting on. If we look to see if we can find where he's been, because it seemed familiar.
I agree.
Although your big priest of Abutar said there was darkness.
In the mines.
Isn't that
Mm.
kind of what we're looking for?
Yes.
Yes.
But he asked us to be careful.
He did suggest proceeding with caution, and I suspect the Lady Catherine may know more.
Plus, it wouldn't
If
help
there
to
is
have
some
someone
str-
who likes us on the council.
If there is some strange
Do you look
occurrences,
at Poot when you say that?
there's a very strong possibility that they would have taken it to a cleric. If there is this illness, they may know a lot more than
The door
most nobles
opens
are willing to let
at
on.
the other end of the room, and you can see Captain Joseph walk in, and he kind of looks around
I hate it.
and then sees you and comes over. Well, so you found the pub.
Yes.
Are you going to be okay in the morning for journeying down into Okran Mine?
Of course.
What can you tell us of the mission Lady Catherine has gone on?
Sorry, lady. Oh, the ruined temple.
Yes.
She said it was a. What did she call it? It was a something to do with ley lines in a forge or something. She said.
The forge, of course it was.
Ley lines. That's that strange
She-
window that.
Let
Yeah.
me just tell you, she was often concerned with sort of fanciful stories of the past and strange rumours and legends and such type.
Maybe they're more than legends.
Sorry, so this is
Ley lines.
this is Captain Joseph. So he doesn't have any strong allegiance to any
No.
of the households.
No.
He's anything. Okay, so I start to explain to him what our current problems
Okay.
are.
Yep.
And I say, we've come here with a set mission from Andreas Gribben to find out what's going on with the Risen. And now we have a few concerns. One, a member of who coming from Greenrise, Shirin, doesn't seem to have appeared.
There's nothing more we can do about that.
I've sent a rider out towards Greenrise to see if anyone's seen anything. There are a few isolated trappers and hunters in the space between us, so someone may have heard of something. Unfortunately, I think it's probably just a case of a wolf or a bear or something. I don't know.
Well, given her background, I find that unlikely. But we thank you for your assistance.
That's all I can really do.
That's all we can hope for.
Yes.
We've also. It seems that there is some disturbing news about perhaps some of the sickness that has come out of the mines, and I look at across.
We have investigated information regarding sick miners from his mine, and when I went to see the sick miners, they weren't there. There is a tent full of sick miners being guarded by guards, which is empty.
What? Guards are guarding an empty tent?
Yep. So guards are stopping people from going into an empty tent and finding out that they have disposed of all the sick miners. I imagine if they became so sick that they became a threat, that they've been disposed of. The miners that we met on the aero
Max's
carriage on the way back were so raving that they were attacking everyone. They were so overcome with the corruption that they were, drooling with corruption, and they all had to be killed. Now, if that's what's come out of the mine, in an attempt to protect his investment, he has disposed of them.
So
now that's a better way to explain something than create an illusionary image of a monster.
Sucker.
Well, I was annoyed. Sometimes these people, they have too big a picture to look at and forget that there's one very simple truth, which is if the Risen come out of that mine, everyone's dead. Absolutely everyone.
I don't agree with his methods, but he is right.
And
then it sounds like I need to send my men into the mine.
Well, Captain, my concern is that we have too much to cover in too short a time.
You need to ensure that your men can seal the mine and stop anything coming out of it, because there's no point you going into the mine. You essentially need to be able to seal it. You need to be able to seal it and have some form of backup.
We don't know which mine shaft leads to anything. I can't seal up all the mines.
Well, in that
the
case,
houses will go crazy.
In that case, you need to be able to fortify the town so that if it happens, you're ready to react and get as many people to save.
Those preparations are happening now already.
So we have a situation where we have a few tasks to take care of, and we don't know the quickest way to accomplish these. How quickly can we search the deeper parts of the mines? How many days would that take?
Well, I'm not sure it would take you days. There's a shaft that they can lower you down to the lowest level of Okran's mine, and then you would have to search that level of the mine. I would expect that would be the first place to look.
And how long would such a search take? Estimate. And our other concern is the priestess. Priestess?
Yes.
Priestess. Because we're coming to. It's your concern. It's your priestess. So.
Yes, a priestess of Ision has gone to investigate strange happenings at the ruined temple.
Oh yes.
I was told about a day's ride.
I think she's going to find some dusty rocks and come back. To be honest.
Hopefully.
Does the timing not seem a bit too convenient?
There hasn't been a
She
surge
has arrived recently
for
from Blackbridge.
how many thousand years or how many hundred years? And if she's looking into things from the past, old things, legends, surges are legends, I imagine it is more connected than you think.
No, you got strikers in the sim over
She's
there.
from Blackbridge.
Send them down the mines. It's their job.
Yes, the forge.
Maybe.
I would like to go down the mine. That is why I'm here. That is what I plan to do tomorrow.
Good luck with that, Pooh. Yeah.
Just like, so we
I'm with you.
we would like to be as useful as we can be. If
I would say go down the mine. I don't think Lady Catherine has anything to worry about, from my point of view.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Did she take many guards with her?
Did she take all of her
She,
belongings?
She took
like
members of
carpets
her
and drapes.
faith and a group of mercenaries
She's from Blackbridge.
she'd known from Blackbridge.
Could perhaps
Yeah,
send
yeah.
some scouts
And
to
she's looking into history.
check
Yeah.
that there is nothing
Yeah.
untoward happening.
I kind
I
of
wonder-
turn to you
I
to
wonder what-
if
wonder what
they are in
coinage
fact
she
a day's
uses.
ride away, that is a day's ride there at least and a day's ride back. That's 2 days delaying going down the mines. If it only takes us a day to search the lowest level of the mine, I would
However,
suggest we would do
the only
before-
weapons against these creatures is our faith and the
Fire.
power of our gods.
They could be an invaluable weapon.
It could be some kind
Remember
of.
Andreas Brookburn's word, they can only be destroyed by faith fire.
Well, we
Yes.
are not here to fight and destroy them. We're trying to find out if they're here.
If a surge happens, we will need every person of faith available to burn them.
We will need to get
I-
out and
I
seal
think-
them.
I think if there's a surge, you'll have lots of people with faith.
Okay.
All of a sudden, there'll be
Well, you
huge
two take the
numbers of
strikers.
people.
That depends
with
on the
faith.
size
We'll
of
take
the
some
surge.
mercenaries and go to the ruin. That's the easiest way to do it. You take the strikers, we'll take the mercenaries. My logic is undeniable.
Well, hang on. The captain says, if you're going to the temple, then we have people in the city who can go in the mine.
Those strikers.
I don't even know. I mean, you've come from Brookburn, you have the stamp, but I know not of your skills or capabilities. Why should I trust you to defend my town anyway? Why would I not take the strikers and my men down there and send you off to the temple?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what we were trying to do. We were just trying to find out if it's there. We weren't trying to do anything funky or anything.
Well, we're trying to save the priestess now.
No, I mean from the
Our
from what's his face.
mission it was to investigate what's happening.
Yeah, to investigate what's happening. And if it's not a surge, then it will still be there when we get back.
Captain, it's getting late and I'll be retiring shortly, but I
Mhm.
intend to at least join you, if not go myself, to the mine in the morning.
Very well.
We all do what we want. I don't know what I want. Okay.
I'm
As does my
torn.
companion.
I'm torn between like the
You're torn.
the mission.
Let me take you to the temple of Abutar, and you can see where your path lies.
It's just like well, we could, but it's late. It's just like I don't mind if I had a nail. Just like so, you know.
Can I go to the? Can I return to the Temple of Usan and pray for guidance?
Sure.
And I will take him to the temple of Abutar to look at a pool.
I'm ready to bed.
So I'm alright now. We're just carrying talking about
Yeah.
just like what we should do.
It's like, what are we going to do in the morning?
Did anyone throw any money at me when I was playing my flute?
You got a
Throw a
few.
rocket in.
You got like 3 silver pieces in
Cool.
in copper. You know, in
Then
loose change.
I shall lose them all in cards.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I'll try and win, obviously, but I imagine I'll lose.
Sleight of hand.
Well, depends. Are you any good?
Oh,
Are you
actually.
better than
Yeah.
Ilias,
I don't
who
know.
seems to be winning?
He does seem to
Yes.
be winning. Although Bernard now seems to be getting his money back.
Oh well, there we
I
go.
thought Elias was a chick.
Can I roll a dice to see if I win
No.
any money?
Who's the chick?
At
Reading.
cards.
Redeng was winning. Sorry.
I think I've just lost my mind.
Okay, so you guys go back to the Temple of Usain.
Avatar.
Avatar. You're going to Usain. Right, Avatar.
Avatar.
Right, you go back to the temple, and it's open, but the elderly gentleman has retired for the evening, clearly. It's quite late now, but as with temples of Avatar, they're often just left open for lost people and homeless to
I
shelter.
take him to the pool and say, look in there. What do
It's
you
like-
see?
It's just like, what does
What's
the
your
pool do?
What's your spellcasting ability?
My spell attack.
I'm being Rafiki
Oh,
from
No,
Lion
what
King.
what attribute do you roll for your spell stuff?
Look
Um,
hard.
Is it
think
intelligence?
D20?
I can't remember. Sorry,
Can I assist?
Make it really hard. D4.
it's just because I don't have any attack stuff yet. So,
Sorry?
Hard. You would have thought it'd be intelligence, wouldn't you? Because it's not.
well, all the attack stuff is intelligence.
Yeah, so it's intelligence. Make an intelligence roll.
Make an intelligence roll. Nope.
5.
7.
Oh,
There's some water.
yeah.
Splush.
Cool.
You even see the moss.
Can I go, look hard?
You can do that.
No, I kind of get a bit bored, and I kind of cast a mage hand to just tap on the water.
No!
Okay.
Naughty!
You splash the water about.
No, stop it! This is a sacred place and you can't do that sort of thing.
And just like I roll my eyes and just like fine.
I will look into the pool again using divine sense.
Divine sense.
I need to be level 2 so I can have augury. But...
I'm.
You're level 3.
Oh.
17.
Okay.
This is how you do it. Hard.
As he splashes the water.
I grab his hand.
No.
The
Some
mage
of the
hand.
water that goes up in your
Yeah.
your view turns into ice and then falls back down, but it's water again.
Do I see that?
Something frosty is going on here. What's the connection between ice and Abutar?
The north is where the golem lands are, and often ice is seen as the
Oh, yeah.
evil thing.
Ah, you've shown me something key.
I go good and mage hand and splash
Okay.
the water again.
Okay, stop it. Stop it now. I feel that something much older and darker has taken root in this world than simply these risen creatures.
I was just like okay, just like what, but still, how does that help us?
Comic's just like,
Like, what are we to do?
The vision is telling me we should find the priestess.
Just like, okay, if we find your priestess, can we investigate the mine after at least?
Oh yeah. Well,
Just
we
suggesting
can
some
split the pie.
Just like, well, I don't want to do that. That's bad.
Okay. Well then, breaking my immersion. Well, that's fine, but the priestess is the key.
Okay.
Okay. And with that, I will clean up his mess and leave.
What do you think I was doing with that mage hand?
Oh God!
Everyone make perception rolls.
Oh.
Has anyone gone to bed?
Yep.
No.
Okay, disadvantage.
Okay, but I have
Passive
a
is
little
higher.
black dot. Is a little black dot.
Means you get your
12.
proficiency modifier.
Okay.
19.
14.
You're praying really
Hi.
hard.
Higher than 20.
I'm asleep.
Okay. You two feel the earth shake very subtly
Okay.
as you're stepping up the stairs to the Temple of Usain.
I don't suppose the water levels with no one touching it.
You were arguing and slapping his hand, and you look away.
And
Yeah,
splashing
I mean,
around and
yeah.
just generally being.
I will continue.
Can I make a nature roll to suggest if I think what that might be?
Make a nature
Earthquake.
roll.
Cool. 16.
The ground moved. You're not used to earthquakes in this area. There aren't really earthquakes.
Not from this area.
No, in the north or from here.
Okay, I will walk into the temple and hopefully someone's there that will know a lot more about this.
There's a young lad, the same
Same.
chap from before. He's like picking up a fallen candle. Oh, you again? Can I help you? I was just about to shut up. It's very late.
Does the earth shake here often?
No, I thought what?
Did you not just feel the earth shake?
I thought I just bumped the cabinet and knocked the candle off.
No, the earth definitely shook.
He looks around the room and you can see that the odd
Things
thing
are
here or
ajar.
there is slightly askew. He's like, oh, well, that's
Unusual.
troubling.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should check the hill.
There is a hill that makes the area shake.
All the mines, I assume some miner somewhere has like collapsed something.
Has that happened before?
Not while I've been here.
20 years ago.
Wow.
You see.
What time is it?
It's really late. It's
Okay.
like nearly midnight.
Okay. I wish to pray.
Lots of people are drunk. Not many people in the pub notice.
How tired am I?
Fairly tired.
Okay.
Do you object if I pray before you?
No, please do.
I'm going to pray to Ysion and seek guidance as to our path.
Make a wisdom roll.
Just wisdom, 15.
Okay. You kneel down, and this event has kind of rattled you. You kind of steady yourself back into the kind of dogma, the prayer, the rhythm of saying it kind of steadies your heartbeat and gives you strength inside. And as you close your eyes, suddenly flickering across your vision is a wall of ice with a crack in it. And through the crack, a red eye is staring at you. And then you kind of
I've had
open your
something
eyes.
similar in a dream before, haven't
Yes, you did.
I? Okay, I will pretty much reel in the hell.
He's slightly startled by your jump.
Reaction.
Is everything okay? Do you need some water?
I'm unsure. I think rest would be wise. I'm sorry, I will leave you to close up,
Of course.
and I'll clank out of the door.
Okay. Chung, chung, chung. Okay, cool. Right, you're in the tavern. You are a bit tired. It is nearly midnight.
Yeah.
Ilias has gone to sleep because he's losing all his money, and I think Bernard and Redang have decided to leave it as it is and just have a drink. You think he's trying to?
How did I do on the?
Chat her up.
How did I
You
do?
lost your. You
I
said
lost
you were
my
going to lose all your
money.
money.
I shall sleep, but lightly, just in case there's risen climbing over the walls into the town when I wake in the morning.
Sure.
Okay, are these two there when I return?
You come back.
Yes.
Yep.
Still arguing.
Yes.
No, again, I'm
Slapping
telling
the
you
mage
truth.
hand. Yes, you come back. You're back.
Why did they think you were talking?
Yeah.
Did you feel the earth shake?
No.
Did the earth move for you?
How long ago was it? A minute?
Yeah, it's maybe half an hour ago.
I imagine everyone who was awake actually felt the earth move.
Well, a few people.
About half an hour ago, the
Everyone wasn't
earth
fine.
shook.
Mhm.
Didn't feel anything, did you?
We were bickering.
You're in the
And-
height of mage hand slapping at
Yeah,
that
and I get the mage hand to go in front of his
point.
face.
Yeah.
It left everything ajar in the Temple of Ysion.
Oh. We didn't notice anything like that in the Temple of Abutar.
The
There
boy in
are fewer icons and decorations in the Temple of Abutar.
the boy in there suspected it may have been some kind of mine collapse.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, I don't believe that. That's not a good sound.
Tell him what you told me.
I saw a vision.
I'll raise an eyebrow.
Abutar revealed to me a pool of ice and icy waves, which is usually associated with evil and darkness and the north.
I find this troubling.
That's why they
Why?
Yes.
When I went to pray to Sion, I also saw a vision of a large wall of ice with a crack. And through this crack there was a burning eye staring.
I think this goes deeper than Risen and Surges. If our gods are trying to tell us something.
our gods seem united in trying to give us vision and insight into the future.
Report.
History. What's north?
Ice.
Not
Oh.
very much.
He rolled it.
Well,
You are
there
aware
are
that
some very.
Hoot's from the north, and he might know something about
Hoot
it.
is from the north,
But
but everyone knows that to the north you have Frost Peak, which is at the end of the Verge Mountains, and no one goes there because
It is a silly
Risen
place.
come from there. It is a silly place. Yes, and a golem lives there, and he kills people who come there. Those kind of stories, kind of thing.
I've only heard bad stories.
Then there's the chasms and crevasses.
There's a wall, isn't
And
there?
then beyond that, there is the Golem Citadel. There's no wall. There's no big
Okay.
wall. There's just the Golem Citadel somewhere in the far north that apparently the golems are waiting to come back and kill everyone. But most people think that's just a silly old wives' tale.
using history, can I think of any significance to our visions and dreams? Because this is the second one I've had.
Ooh.
That's not bad. So +1, 18.
You can't think of anything specific. You're trying to trawl through your
Learning.
tutelage, your learning, the things they've told you at Sunday school, all of that stuff. You can't. Never anyone told you about an eye staring through a crack in the wall.
Or the ice.
There's like a red, like massively bloodshot eyeball.
Okay, so not like Sauron burning.
No,
but
not
literally
fire.
like a
Red,
bloodshot.
red,
Okay.
massively bloodshot.
I mean, like National Lampoons, the.
Perhaps this has connection to Leron's pit. But also, the priestess says she was investigating ley lines, didn't she?
She did.
And the Prima used ley lines to look at Leron's pit. So perhaps there's something in that temple that we can use to spy on the north. Perhaps. But, however, this rumble underground is not good.
No.
You hear a bell ringing in the distance.
I hear a bell ringing in the distance.
I
think
that must be some form of alarm.
A drunken striker in the corner suddenly stands up, pulls his sword belt on, and wanders off out the door. His friends sort of muttering to him as he goes.
I will look at the barman. Does the bell signify an attack?
Oh, it's just an accident in the mine. One of them often goes out just to check.
I'm going to go with them.
with the drunken striker.
With the drunken striker.
What do we do with a drunken striker? What do we...
Throw him
Perhaps
down
we
the
should
shaft.
keep a watch tonight.
Lena's gone to bed, by the way. And
As in-
Hoot's about to go. Oh, you've gone to bed as well, haven't you? Yeah, they've gone to bed.
Perhaps we should get some sleep
But keep
and
a watch.
ask the barman if
What?
there is any, if
Don't
there's some,
wake me up.
if there is something that we could assist with to witness.
I'd feel safer if we put a watch on, a rotating watch. We still get a full rest bonus if we're just chilling out, don't we? We don't have to sleep.
People kind of
If you have to sleep for a bit,
Yeah.
but if you chill out whilst watching, if you have a massive ruck in the middle of the watch, then you don't really get the rest.
There we go. So we can have a watch. We should do
Cormac, are you going with
Um,
the striker?
that. I'm awfully
I was
sorry.
gonna go with the
I'm going
striker,
to
yeah. Okay.
sneeze.
Have you gone to bed?
Would I have been alerted by the sound of the bell as I was lightly dozing?
Oh, you two, make a roll, make a perception roll to see if you're awoken by the bell.
I had a 1. I'm
Yeah.
asleep.
You having a good sleep?
I'm having
Oh, sorry,
a good,
with disadvantage.
good night's sleep.
Okay.
And
I'm
disadvantage.
aware. Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're asleep.
Okay. So my lowest roll was it perception?
Yeah.
It was
Shockingly,
13.
it was still a 1.
Okay, you wake up.
Okay.
Okay, Jim,
That's good, Jim.
you go outside.
I'm going to follow him outside and see.
And
should look
there
at-
are some people moving in the direction of the hill,
Mhm.
and you can see where Brennick Oakrin's one of the mine where these guys went earlier on. There is a cloud of dust in the air
Mhm.
near the entranceway.
Mhm.
and people are moving about, and there's activity going on in that area.
How far away am I from the pub right now? Like how
Well,
far
it takes you
away?
a little while to get to a point where you can see them, so you think it'd take you maybe 5-10 minutes to get back.
Alright, I just can't go.
Okay. Right.
I shall wake people.
Yay!
Suggest we must go to the mine.
They
What's
call
happening?
it a mine.
Okay.
Oh,
It
there's
is
an
actually
earthquake and a bell.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm just going
I'll
to
be
investigate
right
and
there.
find out. What's going on. I'm not going to go in. But,
Sure. Well, you start making your way up. So the town slopes up, stairways and roads, moving up in that direction. And you move between sort of bigger houses, some warehouses, and as you're moving up, you hear in the distance like a strange crackle. You don't quite hear it. You actually feel it through your body more than anything.
do I feel it is a magical thing?
Actually, all of you are now magical, aren't you?
I am magical.
I didn't get electrocuted back.
Make wisdom rolls.
Or
Oh.
I didn't get much better.
I just rolled a 20.
9.
Okay.
7.
7.
9.
I rolled
So,
a
so
4.
my 1 for
This
perception.
dice is not doing
and then
the
he's
job.
waking me
So
up, and I've gone, whoa!
As he wakes you up, you get the sense of a great flow of power surging from somewhere to here.
Sorry, that's just me. Sorry.
Yeah?
Okay.
You get this sense coming from beyond the hill in the north, surging towards this area.
Mm-hmm.
And as it kind of almost washes over you, there is a huge explosion on the top of the hill, and a single beam of fiery magic shoots out of the top of the hill into the sky, taking out a cloud.
Do I see that as I was outside?
Shit.
Yes.
Is
And
this
this-
like sort of...
A pale red light illuminates the
Okay.
entire town momentarily.
Do I need to roll to think that looks like it came out of, I don't know, some form of red crystally substance?
Red crystally substance.
Possibly.
Or Leyline.
Well, something
So
like
that's wrong.
rat.
Same.
No, you think it came out of a red crystal.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I
think this is...
Would
yeah.
have deduced.
It's almost like we
Yes.
were
Perhaps,
correct.
even our attempts at actually informing him have sped up his need to go and do whatever he needed to do.
Cuddy, get the horses. Let's go.
What?
When
From
you
the mine.
say-
Where has this come from exactly?
The hill.
Like,
Mine.
just burst through the top of the...
Yeah, from inside the mine.
Oh,
It's come
I
from
thought it was the
underground.
north.
No.
Ah.
A surge of power came from the north to
But
this
beyond
area,
the hill.
from beyond
Like how,
the hill.
just generally kind
You
of.
can't really
Yeah,
tell. It's like
Okay.
you felt this whoosh like
I
a
think we
wind
need to go
from
there
that direction.
Right now.
Whoosh, and
The
as it hit
mine!
this
I'm going to go
area,
stomping back into the tavern.
As
you are
we
there
come running
at the
out.
scene. You are literally at
We
the,
need
at
to
the
go.
entranceway to
No, step outside. We
Brennick
need to go.
Okren's
No, yeah, I know.
mine
felt it.
camp.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of
I will
people
point
there.
at the giant burning tower.
And they are screaming and shouting, and out of the side of the hill, quite near you,
Mhm.
pokes this giant, illuminating beam of magical power into the sky.
all too
And you are like,
reminiscent.
and everything is lit red, like that for a moment, and you're like, ah! And then it goes,
Mhm.
and there's a distant kind of thunder, but it feels like it's beneath you.
I am going to
Say, I told you so.
find very
I thought that was
secret
mine. I
warehouse
thought it was
and
I
get
got
them
to say I told you
start
so.
leaving.
People are
First one wasn't
running.
in
People
here.
are now running. You don't even have to ask them to leave.
Okay.
People are just fleeing the area, and all of Okren's people jump down from the tower,
Mhm.
run out, just start departing the place.
Are they
En
leaving the
masse.
town?
Are
No, they're
there-
leaving the mining camp.
They're leaving the mining camp.
True, and you can see the ones above. They're actually severely damaged, and
Yeah.
there's a landslide starting down the side of the hill.
heading towards us, or just?
Down the side.
Are there any strikers around?
There's the drunken one with you,
Mhm.
and he is. Just
I'm
kind
going to
of-
try and snap him out of it and say, go and get your.
You don't see that every day, do you?
It says, I just say, okay, go and get the captain. Go and get the captain
You
now.
know you train for this stuff, but you never think it's actually going to happen.
Just go and get the captain. Just
I mean-
like you've trained for this. Go and get it. It's just like really just kind of get him to
You sort of nudge him, and he snaps out of it, and
yeah.
I'll go and get the captain. Right, and he runs off.
I am going. I'll try and find these guys. So I don't think investigating by myself would be a sensible thing to do.
Okay.
I think
The
it
dust
sounds
coming out of the
great.
mine entrance has kind of settled, and you
Yeah.
can now see the gaping maw of this hole into the earth.
And we come running up the road.
You guys come running up the road.
Is the captain? I'm assuming the tavern isn't fairly near to where the captain would be.
You don't know where the captain spends his
You don't know where
evenings.
no,
so
okay. But he's not come running out.
I'm not out of the tavern. No, but as you approach the mine, you
I
see
imagine, yeah.
you see the captain arriving with like a troop of guys.
Okay, so
And you've got Ilias and Redeng and Bernard and Rufus with you. They're all following. Everyone else seems to be running in the other direction.
Yeah.
So I just literally kind of go up to the captain. Can we seal the mine?
Yes, but what did that? What? By Usayan, I've never seen such a thing in all my days.
This beam of light from we reckon is from a red crystal that we've seen before. Last time we saw it was around the risen.
Yeah,
just
if
before
we go over there, I suspect we will find a perfectly smooth hole in the mountain, and underneath that hole will be the risen.
We felt the draw of power. We felt the power being drawn through the ground to the stone.
And not long
Drawn
before,
from where?
I shall point to the north.
Well, have you told him that? Because otherwise you don't know that.
Oh, do not know that. I did know that.
I could. Well, I
I rolled my dice too.
Did you succeed on that one?
think
What
so.
did I have to roll?
Okay.
I got like
Okay,
13.
fine. Sorry, I thought you
I
failed that one.
Well, I don't know if I found it. I didn't know what I needed.
Don't worry.
Well, either way, I suppose if you woke me up and then I had that, then it probably would have been in a moment of whoa, wait,
Yeah.
what? And then he's like,
I kind of basically
So
ignore
I'll
what
give
people
you
say
that.
and just say, look, so last time we experienced anything like
But
this,
if you wanna tell people about weird stuff, that's fine.
how do we seal the
I'm safe.
There's a
One of us has
I
to
tried
be-
to say,
one of
I
us
told
has
you
to
a
be
so.
block that
reasonable
we can
one.
drop down the
Yes,
mine shaft
definitely.
that seals the bottom level.
Do it. Do it
Yeah.
now.
Let's do that.
should we not confirm the presence of risen?
Just
I
we can
think-
do that at the same
I
time.
think we
but
need to
should-
confirm.
We won't be able to go down the mine shaft if
No,
we drop the block down.
where is the block?
Is there any
And
possibility
from
it's
there
already
we'll-
We
fallen?
take all the pulley system out and we drop. There's a safety
Like a
mechanism
counter.
built in. We drop
Do
the.
we know what
Can
the
you show
collapse?
that to us? Show us where.
Do we know what the
Sure.
collapse was beforehand? I felt the earth shake.
I want to investigate the block to see if we can still seal the mine. If we can go and investigate.
A single man comes running out of the mine entrance,
Yeah.
and he is covered in like dust. It looks like dust in the dark. I'm not sure.
Well, no, I was
And he
gonna
comes
say,
running out of the
"Stop!"
darkness,
Okay.
and he's like, "They're crazy! They're crazy! Well, they're crazy!"
I'm going to use my light cantrip and illuminate my hammer.
Okay.
That'll get his attention.
Close, and he
I kind of-
screeches to a halt in front of you. No, don't hurt me, please. No. I work for him. He told me to lower them down. I mean, I don't know what they did.
Was it the
Who
Lord?
told you to lower them down?
Okay.
Yeah. Lord Okran.
How many people are down there?
Well, there were those mercenaries people. The
Yes. Collectors Guild.
I don't know. He looks like he doesn't want to think about that.
Yeah.
when you say
He's
that.
like, I said nothing.
Can I try and convince him to be honest? You need to tell us as much information as you know.
you like bearing over him.
You need
There's
to tell
like,
us.
there's like
Tell me what
20.
you know.
Well,
Like 20 soldiers,
the
captains.
light of your hammer kind of glitters off your armor a bit too friendly, and he's willing to tell you everything. Anyway, look, they told me that they needed to be lowered down because they found something the other day that they needed to go and check out. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're doing. I'm just the guy who works
Lower
on the
the block.
bloody pulley.
Can you show us where this was?
Lower the block.
You want to drop the block?
Yes.
No, we need
No.
to
Can
find
you
out.
tell us?
They won't be able to come back up.
Can you tell us?
No.
They're
They
all.
Have you
wanted,
shown-
think so.
they
Coming
wanted
back
you
up.
to come back up.
What?
So what just happened? They wanted you to come back up.
They won't be able to come back up. They wanted me to wait for them to come back up.
Oh.
Then suddenly the world just flew apart. What was going on?
Could
You
you-
said
There was
they're-
like red light everywhere. I
You
couldn't
said-
see through.
You said they're crazy.
They're idiots. I mean, they're not crazy. They're just idiots. Why would you go down there? When they found this thing, I'm telling them to drop the block last week.
What thing?
Okay.
I don't know. They don't tell me.
I shall turn to the captain.
Can you show us the way?
Sure.
We need to go down there. We need to go now.
Okay,
we
let's
need
go.
to be ready.
There
to
was
drop
no
the block.
mention of this when we met in the council. There was no mention of,
And you look at me like I knew about
of
this.
him bringing up anything.
Well,
If he comes up,
he had every opportunity to tell us.
then he needs to be.
He needs to.
He will be dealt with.
he
Do
needs
not
to
worry
answer
about
for
that.
this.
Okay, so Captain, could you please be ready to...
I say we go into the mine.
I say we go and look. We must confirm this.
Yeah. Captain, could you be ready to lower the block?
No. I think we should go look for the priestess.
We should go and look for the priestess first.
Let's go down the mine.
And throw Pooty down the mine.
And then
I
the
think
block.
we should throw
And then
the
the
flame
block.
into the mine, then the block, and then go looking for
that.
no.
Actually, everyone make a wisdom roll.
Oh, my one weakness!
You see, I'm using a different dice now.
I'm
That's a
going
bit
to roll
better.
the blue
19.
What
10.
am I rolling for?
I failed.
Wisdom.
Sorry.
Well, actually, I probably just failed.
19.
Just
I
wisdom.
got 8.
8. Yeah.
10.
You feel a wash of power and almost like a beacon to the north.
Bacon is it?
And you hear in your mind, in the name of Usion, and then death. You feel it. And then there's
Someone dies.
Yes. The person who said, in the name of Usion,
Was it a
Died.
female voice?
Someone's dead.
to the north.
I'm assuming I have no idea if in distance.
No, nothing. But that's where the wash of power came from earlier on.
Just heard something.
Okay.
Heard a voice
Cormac,
saying,
you think you can hear chittering noises down in the dark.
Divine sense!
said in the name
You
of
might just be hearing
Zion,
things.
and then whatever sent that message died.
Right.
How
let's
close
go
to the
check.
how close to the
I-
hole are we?
So you're being led into the mine as this is going on.
Yeah.
The sappers have all got torches out. The guards have got torches out. You're heading towards this large lift kind of mechanism.
Okay. I'm dragging beside me a small net and a lantern.
Okay.
Divine sense. Down the mine shaft.
How does everything look in here? Is things like kind of dust falling and things
Yeah, there's a
creaking? Is it
few-
like a bit loose? And,
There's a few pebbles dropping. You
yeah.
can hear
Yeah.
every now and then a little shaky dust. Divine sense. You can't. What's the range on that?
60, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not much.
Find out.
The lift itself looks like it's taken a bit of a battering
Mm.
in the shaking.
It
It says, well,
Well,
what you
half
can
an
do,
exploded, so.
yeah,
Let's
What
lower
you-
ourselves down on a rope.
no, what you can do is put in the runners, pull the lift out, and then drop the block. Or you can just drop the block. The lift won't stop it,
And
and it'll seal off the bottom level.
60 feet.
60 feet.
This was
And,
built, it
For
seems,
that.
for a reason.
Okay.
there are people still down there.
So we
Saying you
want,
can take the lift out and drop the block, or just drop the block
do we
and
want to
it'll
go
trash
down?
the lift.
Do we want to go down and investigate before we seal it up?
How deep is the shaft?
Yes.
It's the fourth level down.
How far is that?
It's like, well, a couple of 100 feet maybe.
I think we should.
I think we need to look.
I think we need to find out
We must
what
have-
was down there, what was going on, what these other people have found.
Could you arrange for any kind of reinforcement of the temporary reinforcement of the cave while we look down there?
Yes.
Just to keep it. I try and
We
keep it
will
up while we're down
secure
there.
the area and make sure the town is not falling into mayhem.
Yes, there are lots of very panicked individuals.
I do not blame them. Good luck.
And so I'm assuming there's ropes that go all the way down. Even where the lift is, there'd be ropes that would go all the way
Or
down.
chains.
Mhm.
They like smithing stuff around here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably a bit of both.
Right,
So I guess we go down.
we go down.
You know also, he says, the light came from in there. And he points round the corner. There's a large, it looks like it used to be an old tunnel, but now it's been widened out and turned into almost like a foreman's Team 5 area kind of thing, you know, like a large open cavern with a
Like a briefing room.
Yeah, exactly, but kind of
But
like
for
a
miners.
cave. Yeah. And in there is a hole in the floor at the far end of it, probably 200 feet from the lift entrance. There
Okay,
is
let's go
a
look at the
round
hole. I
hole.
suspect I know what we're going to find.
Yes.
Oh,
Go
right.
for it.
The
just while
edges
they
of
get
it
the
are
lift ready.
still glowing.
Is it in pretty
Hot.
much the same as the one we saw in Greenrise?
It's bigger.
What does the divine sense tell me? Sorry, 60 feet.
How,
Can't sense anything.
how
No evil.
wide is the hole?
No corruption.
Yeah, I mean, how much bigger is this?
It's probably 20 feet across.
The other one's
That's a
about
lot bigger.
So
Six.
did they go?
6, yeah.
So did he say that the way down is in this room, or the way
Yeah,
down?
the lift
This
is
could be
over in
perhaps
another
because the
room.
crystal
You
You
in
go
the
around the
room is
corner,
cracked.
and in the big briefing
Right,
cavern,
okay, at the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
where
we
it's
So
should
I
punched
call,
a hole.
out.
Yeah.
I call one either the captain or whoever
Mhm.
over and say,
a
if-
soldier comes over.
yeah, just like if this goes down,
Mhm.
could this lead up to the lower levels of the mine? If we seal this off in one area, could they get
There'll
up
be
here?
dust and things coming down. If you would seal this off here, they could get into the lower levels, probably. He looks down. Looks like it goes all the way down.
No, I'm just worried that if we seal it off, they could still get up here. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
So we need
Yeah.
another block.
All right then, let's go down.
Is it
Shall I go first?
Yes.
presumably go up to this
Well,
Yes,
no,
yeah.
we're taking
And
this,
this,
aren't we?
like,
The other
Yeah,
one didn't,
rocks
did
and
it?
turf
We're
and
taking
mud.
the
No, it
lift.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're taking the lift.
Okay. Apparently we're taking the lift.
Oh, dear.
Somewhere you hear a donkey's
Didn't
bottom
make it
get
the whole way
whipped.
through the mountain.
Oh, yes.
That's the
Go down.
elevator music.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's always enclosed.
Yes, so you
The one's
go.
really
You
nice.
all go into this
Enclosed.
large wooden structure. It's kind of like a
Going
hut,
into the
you know.
cave.
It's like
Yeah,
a
down,
fairly
there
big
was no shop
box.
I thought it was just kind of like
Might have collapsed, I don't know.
We're in a box.
You're in the lift,
Alright.
and you do that,
You
and
wave at the guy
team of people, and
down.
the donkeys start lowering you down. This thing is built for like a whole team of like 50
The
people.
donkeys like leg it.
I'm assuming
So
we've
who's
got
chained
our-
to
to
who-
a
have we
got
bloody
our
thing in a
sappers with
room.
us?
Yeah, so our sappers.
Your
with us.
sappers
Is
are with
there
you.
Anyone else with us?
Rufus is with you.
Is there any?
The soldiers are reinforcing the area and making sure that people
Yeah.
don't
So it's just
tear down the town.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the 9 of you.
So I suggest to him that if someone has a really long rope, in case this does get blocked and we have to come up through the zapped hole.
We can prepare something.
Yeah.
One of the soldiers says, and it goes off.
Well, if something starts to come up and you think, "Whoa," and
That's
you
not one
block
of
it,
them.
then it would be nice.
Someone's
to-
finding a big rock right now,
Yeah. That's what I thought.
but we may actually. It may be good if someone rides down a few levels with you and blocks it off down there,
Yeah.
rather than up here, because then they could still get into the other levels of the mine.
Mm.
So in fact, a few guys do come down with you to get off earlier.
Yeah.
And block it off. Okay, so this massive thing on pulleys and ropes and chains slides down into the ground, and it's dark. You've got torches and things, or you can use your dark vision.
I'm using my
You've got your
hammer.
glowing hammer, and yeah, I mean it goes off, but you turn it back on every minute or whatever it is.
No, it lasts for like an hour or
Oh,
something.
is it an hour?
Yeah, that's
And I can see
Cool.
the
Yeah, we
dark.
had it like the whole way up.
Not
the
while he's
road.
got his hammer on.
His hammer is his.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Torch.
Cool. So, Aurelian's hammer is lighting up the entire lift.
Yeah.
So you're all standing in there. You're descending down into the darkness, into the earth, and you can hear water dripping. You can hear steel scraping on stone,
That's
just
quite,
like that.
quite convincing,
Oh,
yeah.
that's quite good.
That's
Yeah.
quite good.
Yeah.
So
Down the
you-
left.
the lift is going down, and after a while, it hits the bottom.
Chappie doesn't like that. That was him growling.
Or is he snoring?
He's growling.
Okay. That's a good sound effect, actually. Okay, so it reaches the bottom. It's just an open front. It's not like big doors or anything.
He's dreaming, isn't he?
And
No,
there
he's
is a
alright.
large tunnel going into the darkness.
Can we
There.
hear anything?
Make perception rolls.
You can hear a dog growling.
Nope. Oh no, actually.
That's quite good.
18.
1921.
12.
Okay. So you two hear boots rapidly scraping on stone coming from off down a left-hand turn in the corridor.
When you say scraping, in the sort of weird wibbly movements that we've encountered before, or
No, like-
injured people?
Is it
Like
definitely
someone's having
boots?
trouble standing up.
Definitely boots.
Okay,
yeah.
there's someone around
Boots,
the,
definitely boots.
there's
On the
someone around
left.
the corner,
Okay.
and I'm going to start
So
moving.
you move into the
Weapon.
tunnel, and you can see the tunnel
Okay.
goes off into the darkness,
Got
further
my hammer and
ahead.
shield out.
And to the left, there's like a preparation area, benches, things set up for the miners who come down.
Mhm.
And in there is a woman in Satorian robes. She is lying on the floor, looking like she's having some kind of fit, and her feet are scraping on the floor. Like this.
Kind of shed light on it to look for the signs of people.
She
that
seems to be clutching pieces of paper, and as you get closer, you can see that she had an inkwell, and it's kind of spilt across the floor.
Is there a? Is what's happening to her? Does it look anything like what was happening to the people we encountered on the Aeromancer carriage?
The miners.
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to run over and try and stop her from hurting herself.
Okay.
Um,
You run over. And,
Well, I'm right next to her.
Alright.
So I'm. Where's?
You seem to be
What's
just standing there
his
going,
name? He is
I'm
kind of
going to
staring.
ask Rufus.
This
What?
is concerning. She seems to be having some sort of fit. You're going to
just try and like.
Okay, you sort of hold her
her
down,
from
and
hitting.
she's like,
Yeah.
and as she's there, you kind of hold her arms down, and the bits of paper fall out of her
Anyone?
arms onto the floor.
You know, I'm not.
And
I
you
don't know
can
what
see that she's been scrawling on them, and she's written the same thing again and again and again and again and again.
What does it say?
And it says, "He will have the Shard of War."
What's the Shard of War?
Is there something we've ever heard of?
No.
History. Okay.
Nothing you've ever heard of.
I'm going to take one of the bits of paper.
Rufus, can you help me?
I was,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, he comes over and he starts to thing, and he you see that he picks up one of the bits of paper and puts it in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yes, I have something for this, I think. Right. And he gets a bottle out and pours it in her mouth. She spits most of it up, but after a while she seems to sort of still and almost sort of fall into a sleep.
Is there anyone else? Is there signs of anybody else?
There's a few. The room looks like it's been disturbed, but she's on her own.
Will she remain consciousness anytime soon?
I have put her into a deep sleep. I think when she wakes up, she will return to that fit. It looks like something is serious happened to her.
We should put her on the lift.
Divine sense.
Okay. You can sense ahead of you down the corridor a faint whiff of corruption.
They are coming.
But there's no corruption here.
No. It
She
looks
is
like
not corrupted, but they are coming.
We should.
Alright, so we put her on the
we
lift
should
and we
get her
carry
back to
on.
the left and continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, so you
Draw
put
my
her on the
sword.
lift. You put her on the lift.
You should take her up,
Who's he talking to?
Rufus.
No, it worked. We could just leave her
I
here
think
for
we'll
now.
leave her here. She is in a deep sleep now.
Okay.
We should continue.
Okay, we go down the evil corridor.
Redeng looks at him like,
Yeah, you're here for a different reason. You certainly ain't who you said you were.
But who doing what?
Rufus has suggested he leaves his charge,
Alright.
put her in the lift
put her in
and
the
come
lift,
with you
and then
guys.
he will come with us, as opposed to.
No, that makes sense. He is he does follow Abutar.
Okay.
He does. Okay, so you guys start making your way down the corridor,
Yeah.
Did you say anything about that?
and
What about?
Did you call
you
him on that at all?
No.
you go along, and you can see that there's various areas where people have been cutting into the rock, into the vein. So they've been digging out iron ore, they've laid traps, there's things going on, there's the signs of industry. And after of searching for, walking through tunnels for an hour or so, you can feel this sense beyond you, always seems to be just on the edge of your senses. You come to a point where it looks like someone has been working on a particular vein of ore, and a part of a wall has collapsed. And beyond this collapse, there is a chamber.
Oh dear.
Of perfectly smooth sides. And in the floor of this chamber, there are 2 holes.
As in big holes? Or?
One is 20 feet across. And you realise now that you've been going up and down and around and through and all this kind of thing. And the other one is 10 feet across. And it's perfectly smooth as well. But it is filled in.
So they knew something was here already.
We knew they knew something, didn't we?
Yes, but they were
How many
clearly aware
sheets
of
of
what it
paper and
was.
stuff had she thrown around?
Well, she had a load of stuff on her as well. And once you sort of rifle through it, you see that she's been writing things, documenting things about runes, golemic things, that kind of
Okay,
stuff.
so generally kind of pocket that lot.
Yeah, but then there are about 10 pieces of paper where she's just written,
Yep.
he will have the shotgun, he will
Yeah,
have the
she's
shotgun,
basically
he will
been.
have the
Someone's
shotgun,
got
he
into
will have
her
the
head
shotgun.
and she's.
These holes, the 20-foot
Yes.
one obviously goes up
Yes.
quite far as well. The 10-foot one, does it stop at this level?
Yes.
Are there any like boots with singed bits around them? You know, does it look like the remains of anybody in here?
No, but there are, now that you come into the room and you cast light into the room, you can see that someone has brought a large boulder into the room and tied a rope around it. It's quite similar.
Almost like
Oh,
they
okay.
thought about this.
Quite similar to the one you saw before as
And
well.
does the
where there
rope
was a
go
big
down
rock.
the hole?
Goes down the hole.
I say, shall we?
It's actually a chain.
I think we must. Can I look over? Can we have any idea how deep this thing is?
You look down and you can see a faint glint of red.
Do you know
Well, that's fucking
a
ominous.
distance?
Okay.
50 feet?
Okay, I'm going to start slowly clambering down.
Yes.
Are you going for? Okay.
Yeah.
I shall wait.
I'll go next.
And I'll go
Actually,
after that.
50 foot. I'm just going to tie another bit of rope onto the side of the boulder.
It's 20 foot wide, so you could.
Yeah.
have
I'll just
more
tie
than
another
one
bit of rope.
Do we need to
Just-
roll? Or?
Everyone's
No,
got 50
this is,
foot
you're
rope.
you're carefully going down a tunnel.
I don't know anything about that.
So we do that.
Okay, so you start to climb down the interior of this tunnel, and as you get about halfway, Aurelian, you can hear from below a faint
Gurgly noise.
scream of someone dying in a very horrible fashion.
Wilhelm, no!
And we can't hear this? Or?
Well, yeah, and then it hits you.
Okay.
He's going down first, and then you hear it.
I shall come trotting down on my rope.
I'll say, well, that's not a good sound.
That's not I fear we're going to find much as we expect down here.
That was it.
Clamber down.
Okay, as you
But I'm not going to climb all the way to the bottom before. Basically, as I emerge into, I'm assuming there's like a room below.
So
I'm
it's
it's a
gonna,
large
50
I'm gonna
foot
make-
down.
50-foot tunnel.
yeah. So as I emerge into the room, I'm basically going to,
I can see that far.
shine my hand
Yes.
and look
Yep.
around.
Oh, and he's
Okay.
got a glow stick.
So you climb out the bottom,
Basically, yeah. So I'm
hanging out.
basically hanging just at the bottom.
Sure.
hole.
Okay, and you're in a perfectly cube room. The stone has been cut
Much
perfectly,
like the one we encountered.
much like the one you encountered before.
And
And a corridor heads off in one direction.
is there a cracked ruby below me?
There is.
I am shocked.
There is also to the side of it another one.
The second one. Oh, okay. I'm assuming
From
it lines up with the other
Before,
one.
yeah.
Okay. But there's nothing in the immediate room itself.
No, not that you can see.
Okay, I'm going to clamber down.
Okay, you clamber down. You look down this corridor and you can see very far away. You think probably a few hundred feet. It looks like this corridor just goes straight for a while. You can see a faint light.
What colour?
I just kind of jump
I'm
down.
basically going to wait for the others.
Okay, that you guys climb down,
Mhm.
and you're standing in this room,
And we head towards the light.
and
What's
you
it?
can see that down the end of this corridor there is a pale red light.
Go for it. I head down the corridor.
I shall take a hammer and piton and try and chip off some of this red crystal that is shattered.
Make a strength check. You guys will start armouring up, and he's like, ting, ting, ting.
13.
Nope.
Can someone
Unfortunately not.
Can someone hit this for me?
Now is not the time.
Oh, come on! I'll stop moaning if someone hits it for me.
You see some sort of movement in front of this red light in front of you.
Oh my god!
Karen going down the corridor.
Okay, you guys start heading down the corridor.
Weapons.
How wide is the corridor?
Can I hit it again?
It's 20 foot wide.
Okay.
It's very tough. You can have another go.
No. I think
Okay.
I broke me piton.
And you can now see that there's a figure running down the corridor
Towards us.
towards you, screaming and crying and panting and like
Please
this down the
let me
corridor.
Lord.
As soon as you get kind of within 30 feet or so, just shout, HALT!
Brennick Okran comes running out of the darkness
Yes.
into the light of your hammer and just running towards you, fear filling his eyes, and he's just.
I'm going to shield slam him, like,
Oh,
down.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's quite
20?
convincing.
Okay, you hit
Probably
him.
unconscious.
You hit him.
Bam!
Yep. The D6 for you, and because he was running at you so hard, roll another D6.
You can't.
Plus dex, then, I guess? Or am I just...
Strength.
No, I was only stopping him. I wasn't trying to do him any damage. So,
Oh,
but,
Wow.
You said, I'm going to
Yeah.
shield slam
Yeah.
him.
that's true. Okay, so plus strength is...
Plus, you know, he did
two,
piss us off earlier. Yeah, he
a
did.
total of 4.
Okay, well, you whack him,
He's going to notice.
and he kind of spins. His intent is to get beyond you, beyond here, beyond Onsmouth, beyond Satoria, into the desert and away from this place. And he hits you, spins around you, and carries on, kind of bumps into a wall and keeps going,
Trip
like
him
running
over?
along.
I was trying to get him down. I was
I'm
trying
gonna
to
try-
stop him with
I'm
that.
going to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you knock him over. No. He falls to the floor and hits his face on the ground. No! 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 It's coming! It's coming! It's coming!
I
What's
kind of
coming?
like
Yeah, we've
go to
got
pin him down
Yeah.
and shout at him, "What did you do?"
There's a golem!
And just I kind of
What the?
yeah, what the? Huh? Just like, how? What did you do?
There's a golem. A golem's. It woke up underneath the earth. We have to go now.
There are older and fouler things than orcs.
It's just like, so what? And I kind of look at this and I say, well, what should we do with him? We can't.
Can you pass that?
Yeah.
There's an explosion down the hallway
From which direction?
The way he came from.
where he came from.
It's just we can't let him go. We can't let him go back to the elevator. It just takes.
Yes, please take me back to the elevator. I want to get out of here now. Please, please, please. There's a golem down there.
Can we climb up?
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, I just start to restrain him. Just like
Okay.
generally.
You restrain him.
Okay.
He's gibbering. He's crying.
We need,
He's soiled himself. He is.
we need to confirm
You should
what he
really
said.
let him climb up, because as soon as he gets to the top, the captain will just capture him.
But he has to take the elevator.
Possibly, but he could do bad things to the injured person that we left
Yeah,
behind.
and he could also convince them to.
We
block
could
us
just
down.
get-
I want to see the golem. Let's
We
go
could
now.
just get Rufus to
I
first.
definitely think we should see the golem.
Yeah, I think we should. As
I
well.
think
Everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Is it magical?
It
3.
is magical.
I failed my wisdom saving throw.
You failed.
Oh, I got a bonus. So 5.
18.
No bonuses would have saved me.
If anyone got 15 or more,
Yep. I got a 20.
who didn't?
Me.
Okay, you take 4 points of damage to your head. Just 4 points damage. And you hear a voice inside your head say, "He will have the shard of war." And you fall to your knees, clutching your head in pain, as this sentence tears through your brain, leaving kind of a scorched mark inside your brain.
Ah.
And we'll leave it there.
Hey.
Oh.
Level up.
Oh.
No.
Ah.
I think level up seems like a great plan.
No, I don't think you get to level up just yet.
Oh.
And, well, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Doodle subscribe.
Yes, indeed. But until then, thanks for watching, and bye.
Bye.
Bye.